Oh shit, I didn't even. Fuck. Okay. What up, what up, what up? Hello, my groovy people. It's Flower with Real Flower Tarot. Thank you for joining me today. I pray you're having a phenomenal day and that you are doing the best that you can do, given your circumstances, whatever you're going through. Because we are all going through something. There are always going to be trials and tribulations. The kicker is, how do you handle those trials and tribulations? Do you let them overwhelm you? Do you fall into addictions and low vibrational tendencies and activities? If so, I challenge you to look for an alternative route, an alternative way to heal. And if anything, I pray that I am going to assist you and be your guide in doing so. Okay, so Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, share with the collective and myself what they need to know, not what they want to know. Let all evil eyes and all monitoring spirits catch fire, go blind, and die on all timelines and all planes of existence. Any energy other than the highest white light, please close and shut that door because we do not need it. Y'all, your girl's dream's been so fucking vivid. Like, whatever rebirth I just went through, that shit's a kicker. I feel like I'm like how I was when I was a little kid. I used to have these really vivid, very vivid dreams. Like, I would see like different entities and energies like literally entering my home, trying to fuck with me, like literally at the foot of my bed, and those things have like came right back into full circle. So whatever portal we just passed through, it's familiar to me. Like I've been here before for sure. So piggyback on the dreams. Like, I meant to do everything yesterday, but my mommy duties like took away from my duties here, but that's okay because I got notes. Okay, Spirit is letting y'all know, y'all karmics know real quick, like, that the wicked shall not prosper. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. These karmics are feeling buried in their guilt. They're feeling stagnant, that they have to succumb to the reality that they just didn't win. We've been saying this for a long time. We gave you the fucking breadcrumbs. Y'all motherfuckers didn't want to listen. And if I'm speaking fast, it's because your ancestors and my ancestors collectively are on that ass, okay? They want me to get this message out for sure. Spirit said that the collective cannot be touched, okay? They cannot be touched. Okay, so the dream of yesterday was I seen somebody from like my adolescence phase, like when I was like in elementary school. This girl named Cassandra. I'm gonna say your full name, Cassandra Gore. I don't know if you got married or whatever, but bitch, you were heavy in my dream and it was disgusting. The shit I seen you participating in. So it could just been like somebody using her vessel to bring me a familiar message, or somebody that used to be a friend of mine was just using her because they knew like we had some sort of bond back in our heyday of like when we were little babies, little girls. She was my best friend like back in the day when I was a youngster. But then, you know, I grew boobs, got a period, and then we just couldn't really relate or whatever. So we kind of like fell apart and we went to different schools and all that stuff. But the notes say we were like roller skating, or I was roller skating because I like to roller skate. I still do that now, like as a workout. And somehow she was like in front of me, and like suddenly we were racing, and I'm like, bitch, I didn't know we was racing. So it's kind of like a kid getting a new toy or something, like or a new gizmo or doodad, and they're like, look at me, look what I can do. And it makes me think of like those SNL skits like from back in the day, or Mad TV, where they would have like funny skits with like that one character Stuart and his mom, and he'd be like, mom, let me do it, and he would just do the silliest shit. And it took me back to that, and so I'm just like looking at her, even in the dream state, like, bitch, what you doing? We're not competing. I'm not racing you. This is not a competition. So somebody collective from your past is competing with you unbeknownst to you, and they mad you winning. But you weren't even competing with them. You're literally competing with the old version of yourself. You're competing with the South version of yourself. So there's that. And then like got to this like big house, or house slash like business or company or corporation. And I'm saying it, I don't give a fuck. Okay, so like there's like all these little different like shops and like things you could purchase, and like I guess it was like home business or whatever. This probably doesn't have to do with her, but she was still there, still gabbing away, like trying to show me like some products or whatever, like in a gabby braggy type of fashion, like, oh, and then this is what we pushed last season and blah 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 blah. And they were like kids clothes, I want to say. And her mom was there, and her mom looked weathered, okay, and she looked big as a house. So I don't even think that's what her mom truly looks like today, because her mom lives like down the street from me, but I haven't seen her in years. But yeah, so I'm like sitting on this couch. I'm just like looking shit over, I guess, because I don't know, I felt comfortable enough to sit on the broad's couch, and there was like these two Caucasian ladies sitting behind me on like a couch adjacent or whatever, or just nearby, but it felt like it was like a movie row behind me or whatever. And they're like cackling to themselves, and they're like, oh yeah, we're her assistant, blah 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 blah. Like it was like supposed to make me envious or something. I'm like, oh, that's great, I'm glad you're doing well, kudos to you, like I'm glad the family's doing well. Because if memory brings correctly, yeah, her dad passed away, so somebody's father recently passed on. That's significant. Maybe you, maybe somebody in your family, who knows. They like to keep shit from the collective, from our families, like it's supposed to hurt us, but we got the foresight and we get the messages in a different way either way. So somebody in the family just died. Yeah, so I'm just looking around, and there's like, you know, like bracelets or trinkets and shit, and her mom's like bringing over all these clothes to like show off more, and she's like, oh, look at this has like ruffles and feathers, and this was like cool things that I used to like really love when I was a little girl. I'm thinking like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 even, like things with like sparkles and big old ruffles and like fluffy fabrics and razzle dazzle. So those look like little girl clothes. So I was like, okay, cool. And then she's like, and look at this one, it's royal blue. And then like something out the corner of my eye, like I looked down, and there was like all these little bags of like product, right? Products. See where I'm going there? I don't know if they were drugs or something else. So this part, we're just moving on from that other person, okay? But it was relevant. We're still in this broad's house, okay? So, and let me see, it said yeast cream, yeast infection, stank, air, builder, fix a flat like shit, but for your no square, I guess. I don't know. My spirit guide be hilarious. So whatever that was, I looked at it, read the label, I said, ew. I dropped it, and like the two bitches behind me, like the two catty, they're boomers, they're older, like their season has salt and pepper hair. I remember those characteristics. They started laughing, and I was like, ew, what the fuck is that? And there was like bags and bags, boxes and boxes of plethora. So somebody's got like a yeast BV situation happening. Like their no square is not knowing is not up to par. Their cookie is tainted. Their trout is in disorder. Like do not enter sign should be down there is what I'm hearing. Like somebody's got a raging infection, okay, male or female, but it said yeast infection. So moving on. Okay, it says hurt, huge mama, cursed, brag behavior, childlike clothes, spoiled house. The house was in disarray, straight stank. Like I smell and sense things and taste things in my dreams as well. I don't eat none of their food, of course. I don't eat people's food in my fucking dreams. I was trying to feed you shit. Be wary of that if you can control it. And then, okay, I'll tell them that. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit told me an incantation reversal that y'all should say at the end of your dreams when they just don't make sense, or you feel like somebody's pulling at your energy or trying to pull you down into the deep abyss of the sunken place, like with their low vibrational shit. Like people from your family, ex-family, business, or friends, ex-lovers, they'll try to pop up in your dream state or astral project to you to put more invisible cords on you. Like fishing hook, line you in and be like, oh yeah, now we have a tie and I can do hex work towards you. And don't ask me how it's done, just stay with me. It's done. They do it all the time. So the house was spoiled and tainted, quite filthy. Childlike clothes, children's clothes everywhere. So I don't know, somebody's a mother, Mara. Yeah, somebody's marrying you. There's a mother figure or your ex-friend or somebody that you just don't fuck with anymore is going through memory lane, trying to mirror your identity, your essence, your light, your high vibrational light. Don't mind my hand. I got cut by my cat because I'm giving him a bath. He was not having any parts of it, but I gotta give him a bath every month. Okay. It was worth it. He smells delicious now. Brag behavior, spoiled house, teen, lying to parents. Oh yes, okay. So Spirit brought to my attention. I remember a memory from when I was like a teen. It goes with this. Okay, so just bear with me. I remember Cassandra like had a house party or whatever and didn't even invite me. How weird was that? Like I was supposed to be her friend or whatever, but didn't invite me and invited my sister, my older sister. So we're 16 months older and we almost have the same name except for 2 letters. And when she invited my sister, I guess it was like getting out of hand and my sister got scared or whatever, and so she called because like there was a whole bunch of like rowdy like kids from other schools, other high schools just showing up, and I think her mom was out of town or whatever, and maybe this was when her dad had passed because he would have had no parts with that. Okay, confirmation, this is when her dad passed because her dad was an ex-police officer or CO. I don't really remember. He was in law enforcement, and so my dad goes down there because my dad don't play. My dad, he's ex-military too, and he was like real feisty and just dominant black man. You know, like when black men enter the room, you pay attention and you fix your shit. You fix your shit up. And especially him, he just command respect wherever he went, and he was like a sweetheart. But so yeah, my dad goes down and he's like, oh hell no. So he goes down there to pick up my sister, but he like cuts that party down. And I think, did I go with them? Yeah, I did go with them because I was like, what the fuck? She had a party night and get invited, but like I was super square, introvert, like painfully shy back then, so I get it. Probably wouldn't have been my type of scene, and I was like super chubby. I didn't have a boyfriend or anything. I didn't date anybody in high school. So and I guess like we fell out. Like I said, we didn't really talk that much anymore. Hey, play with your doodad, honey. Right there, Nintendo. Right here. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, he goes to the house, and then like he's banging on the door, and of course they let him in, and he's like, party's over. He like checks the shit, and all the kids like disperse and run away, and yeah, my sister like comes home with us. I don't think he yelled at her. I don't remember them getting in trouble or whatever. And one of my other friends, like her friend that turned out to be my friend, Brianna, was there too, and it's just like dispersed or whatever. And so like years later or months later, like when her mom got back in town, or like a couple weeks or whatever later, her mom got back in town and she told her mom that I threw the party. Little old me, like introvert me, like didn't even have a handful of friends. You could count on one hand how many friends I actually had. And like basically threw me under the bus, and I was like, I wasn't even there. I wasn't even invited. How are you gonna say it was me? And so it was just very weird. And so like we didn't really talk after that. Like there was a high school that opened up down the street from my house, so I transferred to that one. But yeah, this bitch was a liar back then. And then come to think of it, now that I'm thinking of old memories of this bitch, I told you guys I used to be a personal care assistant for like over 18 years, assisting the elderly and the learning impaired. So people that are vulnerable, are most innocent of vulnerable people, like babies, children that are verbal and nonverbal. And I had a client that was autistic, and I actually acquired that client because her mom was out of town and Cassie was babysitting that little girl, and she needed to like break the shift up because I guess she had like 2 weeks with the kid and she like needed a break or whatever. And she was a doll. She was beautiful. I treated her like my own little baby. And right after that I babysat her for 3 years after that, and then Cassie just kind of faded away. But this bitch stole that little girl's money. I remember, that's why I stopped fucking with you. Now I remember, you're a dirty thief. Who steals from a little autistic girl? Like I guess she had like some grant money or state funded money or something that was supposed to pay us through the company that we were working with. What is it called? It's irrelevant, but here in Alaska, it's like one of the personal care assistant companies. I don't even remember what the name is, but if I remember, I'll put it in my community board or whatever. But yeah, she stole her money, and then like remember, okay, so her mom knew she was going out of town. She was going out of the country, mind you, and her mom had planned this trip for like I guess over a year, so she definitely was going. She couldn't take her baby. This was like her little break because it's hard work raising a child that's on the learning spectrum all alone. So I totally empathize with her, but I never had met the mom until the mom came back from out of the country. The mom had left her enough food and funds for the duration of her trip. And when I got there, the little girl had no food in her house, like no frozen food. Like she's basically, like sandwich, grilled cheese, pizza. It's not that hard. I think she was like 7 or 6 at that time. So she was just a little young thing. And I didn't know that she still had stole her money until the mom came back and was like, I'm looking for that Cassandra girl. Like, she was supposed to pay this and this with the money that was left, or some sort of account or something. I don't really remember how the specifics went, but she told me that she stole the money. I said, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, why would she do that? I thought she was my friend. And she like cried on my shoulder about it, and I was like, that's crazy. She's like, I told her, and she like messaged her, she's like, I let her know, like, if she didn't return the money. Oh, it was a bank account. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It was a bank account that I guess she had access to temporarily, or she had been her care assistant for over a year, so she trusted her, like, with the card or whatever. I don't know, because I never had access to any of that. But she cleaned that account out, and this is like a little girl, so that just tells you what type of like spirit demon entity is on that person, because I'm sure she still got it, especially if I'm dreaming about the bitch suddenly and there's yeast infection shit right beside me in her fucking house, and like boatloads of it. Like, this bitch is burning, and you got demon attachments. Like, you're just fucking liquid evil. I said what I said, okay? My spirit team don't lie about me, and I don't randomly get people in my dreams that I don't fuck with after all these years. Like, there's a reason why you guys are being shown to me in this time. And I remember back a few months ago, I actually had a channel message, and I heard the name Cassandra, but it didn't really resonate with the download that I was giving at that moment. So go back, and you guys might hear me say that. I want to say like 4 months ago. So yeah, so she stole her money, and then the mom said, yo, if you don't return the money, I will get the law involved. And then suddenly she gave her back the money, and then I never saw her again. And then I like filled in to be her PCA, and like got the position at the company that she was like assigned to at the time, because I wasn't even signed in on that company. I was with 2 other companies doing the same similar job, just different titles. So that's wild. Bitch, you're exposed. People like you need to go to jail, and you fucking will. You're already in spiritual jail. Spirit just told me they're in spiritual jail, so matter of time, or you probably just got picked up. These are straight downloads. I'm gonna get the cards here in a second, y'all. But next part of the dream, that was yesterday's download. So now we're caught up to today. Last night's download is ooh, there's more. I'm sorry. There is a dark-skinned lady, maybe with braids or dreadlocks, just in the space, because I go through portals in my dreams. I'd be like hopping all over. Like, you can't keep me in one place. Like, I'd be all over the fucking place, all over different times, different places of existence. If you know, you know, okay? And somebody like had this like home setup, like a home office setup with like computer screens and like a big old keyboard. Like, it looked kind of like one of those gaming keyboards. Forgive me, I don't know doodads. I call everything a doodad. I'm not tech savvy, okay? I'm literally talking on my phone in an empty room. Well, my kid's right here. But hacker style computer setup, home office, a home built-in hidden hard drives is what I heard Spirit just say. Confirmation, touching my nose. So yeah, somebody's been like hacking you from like a home office, or they're like a secret hacker, or they hired somebody in the NSA to hack you, or they have connections of hackers, or they know hacking shit. Like, hack your phone, into your accounts, into your emails, into your messages, to stop you from getting messages from like new love interests or certain bills, or liking and adding people to your networks even though you never did that. Like, you literally 2 days ago on my Instagram, I got somebody that I haven't talked to or seen in like better half of like 6 years. My son's 5. It said that they added me on my account and I added them, and I don't follow anybody. I have 0 followers. I mean, I have followers, but I have 0 people that I follow. I don't follow anybody besides God. Okay, thank you, Most High. Yeah, so I thought that was weird, because I was like, what the fuck? Why are you on here? And I didn't add you, and then I'm looking, I'm like, it says I'm following one person, and so I unfollow that person, and I'm like, who the fuck did that? So, and then Spirit told me your hackers did, of course. So yeah, somebody's still doing that. Brianna, you were in my dream too. Something about cursed, frenemy, never liked me, secrets being downloaded, lovers are sick, sad. Lovers are sick and sad in their sick, sad world. We have an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Capricorn, a Gemini, all higher to slow me down. So this is like my part of the story. So, of this 144 collective energy, but it resonates to y'all because I want to just get these downloads just for myself. Okay. Hired people to gaslight, to gang stalk you, to follow you in the 3D and in the astral dream state. These people are drug heads, is what Spirit said. They're drug heads. They're lost in the sauce, and they're quite jelly of you because you went within and you walk by the beat of your own drum. Bum. Okay. Spirit said these people are gross pretenders. They're misguided. They're revengeful spirits. There's plotters, there's scammers, and there's somebody who has an ex-military father. And then I saw the angel number 555 doing moon midnight magic like every day on an endless loop. Okay, so tonight's stream. Okay, 21 minutes in and I'm still talking. Okay, it's cool though. If you're still here, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. I love you so much. Remember, this is Flower with Rebel Flower Tarot. I don't know if I said my introduction, but yo, okay, so yesterday's dream was somebody tried to trap me in a huge warehouse type place, and there's like these boulder sized walls, and okay, I need to go back to that. It gets graphic, so I hope you're 18 because it's gonna get graphic. Moon, go downstairs. Hold on. Okay, where was I? I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, so yeah, somebody definitely was trying to siphon my energy last night. For sure. Stop being disgruntled. I just asked you to go downstairs. See, you hear him. You're gonna hear him. Yeah, a deep black girl with deep brown dreads. Okay, golly. So grumpy. Kid likes his ice cream. Okay, so yeah, somebody with deep dark skin or deep rich chocolate skin. You don't have to be. It was kind of like dark in the space that I was at. She was holding her baby in a dangerous fashion, like kind of like it was like a little baby, but she was like holding it like just being rough with it, choking the poor thing. Was maybe a few months old, very small, very timid, wasn't making normal baby sounds. I'm out of breath because I was running. She was trying to leave the house with her baby in a onesie. Y'all know how I feel. If I see a kid with no coat, I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to give them like a jacket or some extra layers of my kid's own shit that I keep in the car. So this baby just had a onesie on, no pants, no outer layers, and it was cold because I feel stuff in my dreams. Like I can feel the rain dropping down on me, shit like that. She had a huge bag of weed in one hand, and then like holding her baby with like one hand, but like kind of like up the neck. It was like a weird way, and it looked like the baby was in distress. So I was like, hey yo, let me get the baby. And so I pinned her against the wall, attempting to free the baby from her grasp. She tries to fight me and argue with me, and she's like, no, she's good, but she wasn't really looking at me. Her eyes looked like glazed over and like slurred and clearly like drugged out. I don't know what combination of narcotics she was taking, but this bitch was gone. Like her soul was gone. She was just a vessel of the enemy. Okay. And then clearly holding the baby. I was like, I don't give a fuck if you're good. I want the baby to be good. The baby clearly isn't good, you dumb bitch. And like I was getting mad. I was like, you dumb hoe. And so that dumb hoe pissed me off, and clearly I was getting enraged. So I take hold of the baby and I check out the baby, and the baby, trigger warning, seemed lifeless. So somebody definitely neglected their baby, was being forceful and rough with their baby. There's a baby that passed on. I had that download a few months back, that there was somebody hiding a baby, or hiding the fact that they had a baby, or they had like it's just severe neglect is what I'm hearing Spirit say. So that made me sad. I think I actually cried in my dream. I'd be weeping sometimes. Next portal, I'm in a factory type place. There's a big stockpiles of like goods. Think like Costco, but think futuristic, okay? So like there's like giant car parts, and like I see like nuclear engineering type goods. I don't know the specifics of what I was seeing, but these look like big instruments of war, okay? No fear mongering, that's just what I saw. And there was an eerie energy also going around. It was like thick and very dense. And so of course I'm like got my head on a swivel because I'm like, what the fuck is this? Where am I? And there's like these huge robot type machines all around, and also like car parts. But I'm thinking like AI futuristic, so past, present, or future. This is what I'm seeing. And there's also like these AI robotic type humanoid beings there as well, and some of them didn't even acknowledge my presence. So I don't know, maybe I was like, oh, a fly on the wall. Sometimes I'm like that in my dreams, and I'm in like a POV position, if that makes sense. Like, I digress. So like some like metal parts, I think like iRobot style, but like with humans. And then also, damn it, what is that movie where the little boy is a robot, and then all he wants is his mom to imprint on him and to love him, and then she finally does, but then her actual son wakes up from the coma, and she forgets all about that robot surrogate son that she had. But like forevermore, he just was only imprinted onto that mom, because it's like forever, because robots, like machines, will never forget you type shit. It was like that, a lot of those things, like half human beings walking around. But that's really what they want to do. The powers that were, that's what they wanted to do, so that, you know, man can live forever. But man already can live forever. That's what these life cycles are. Okay, when you know, you know. And also in this place, this like factory or department of goods or whatever, futuristic goods and old school goods, there were giants, literal big ass human giants, like just beefy ass humans, just big as fucking buildings, walking around working like regular ass men. And they were beautiful. They had like this beautiful like luminous skin and eerie like siren type beauty, like real shit. And I was just like mystified by like their beauty. And they are also like old age though, futuristic, but then also like think like the 20s and the 30s, like the industrial era is what I remember the most. And then I like remember like walking through, because nobody was fucking talking to me, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. That's what I do. I just like kind of explore and like go where my spirit guides me. And I greeted one of them, like one was just like on like the assembly line, like putting something together, and like had like grease and all stuff like all over his work uniform or whatever, like think like a Cars detail guy or whatever. And I greet him and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, like you're a beautiful person. And then of course I think now that I'm hearing it, Spirit's saying like they're from a different dimension, so they didn't acknowledge my presence because they couldn't hear me, because they're moving a different timeline, because we're all living different timelines at the same time. Okay. And he perks up, he looks through me, and behind me there's like another beautiful female giant, and they're both like unaware of my presence naturally. And then I say, how beautiful, and then she hears me and she's just like kind of looks over and she smiles at me and she grins, and like they embrace each other, and it's just beautiful. So I'm like, so there's gonna be divine unions, God bumps through me, divine unions taking place of higher frequencies, higher vibrations that just cannot take place while the powers that were in charge, while these family, business, or friends were in your aura. That's why a lot of that shit couldn't take place, is what Spirit's telling me. And now that we've raised the vibrations and these fuckers are going to jail, having spiritual deaths, literally just dying off, now these high vibrational light beings can coexist. So that's why we're going to have these beautiful unions taking place in the near future. Near and distant future is what Spirit said. So they just kept working during the hustle bustle of this industrial line that they were doing. They had like grease and oil decorating their faces, and they look like they're in the 20s and 30s. And then I hop through another portal and I'm inside this creepy house, and there's like a hallway that's dimly lit. And usually sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here, or oh shit, where am I? Sometimes like I've even gone to like places that are like military, I guess places only the military should dwell, but I see what I see and I get the downloads that I get. And one time somebody like shooed me away, so I know I was in a place I probably shouldn't have been, but my spirit be going wherever the fuck it wants to, because you don't hold nothing over here. You don't control this vessel over here. So I was going down this dimly lit hallway, and I was getting like the vibe like, oh, this isn't gonna be nice. And so I was like, maybe I should just wake up. And usually I could just wake up and beam myself out, like beam me out of here, Scotty type shit. But that my spirit guides wouldn't let me, or whoever was trying to harness my energy at that moment was already doing like the witchy goblin-y work on me in the dream state. So I wasn't permitted to do that. So where am I? Showing, okay, there's another baby, adorable baby, showing hunger signs, like making like, you know, little baby sounds. And I know I got 3 babies, all natural, mind you. I don't take drugs. Not to like narc any moms that do, or get the, you know, have to take pain relievers or whatever during birth, because it is painful, but your bodies were built to go through those pains. Like, take it as a lesson and a blessing, because you're going to get blessed in the end, so it's not forever. That's the only thing that kept me going, and I was listening to meditative music and stuff, but I digress. Okay, so there was a hungry baby. I heard, like, with my mommy senses, and I'm, like, looking all over for, like, maybe baby food or baby bottle, like a baby's bottle or, like, a nippy thing. I never give my kids those little pacifier things. I don't believe in those either, but let's keep going. Yeah, I was looking for one of those, because I was like, whose baby is this? Where's the mother? Whose baby is this, and where's the mother? And I just didn't see anybody around, but it was like a dimly lit house, and it was a disarray, clusterfuck, just like that other person that I said, Cassie's house. She used to go by Cassie. Just like boxes on top of boxes, a whole bunch of hoarder shit, whole bunch of products in surplus, like 5 toasters and 3 vacuums, and just shit that you would get like on QVC and HSN, like in surplus, like just to have it, like just greedy materialistic shit. And my crown is going off. So yeah, somebody's having severe anxiety and a big headache about this energy coming out, and they're also trying to stop my throat chakra. But I digress. Let's keep going. This baby had to be like 4, 6, 7 months basically, because the baby should have been like on little baby food. Like, you start them about like 4 or 5 months on little baby food, you know. And it had a really weird, terrible cough. Like, think whooping cough. Like on those commercials, they say you gotta get a vaccine for or whatever. But I never did that for myself. For my babies, like, give them a little TLC. There's holistic remedies for a lot of this shit that everybody's like, I need to get this jab for. This doesn't sure is happening. It's fear mongering. You don't have to do anything. Everything you need, Mama Gaia will provide for you. So I'm looking around. I'm like looking for like different herbs and stuff that I could like crush up and maybe give the baby for that cough. And I get distracted because that ratchet ass mom comes back. I don't know who the fuck this is. If this is like a relative of mine, a cousin, a sister that I don't know about, like an evil twin or something, is what Spirit told me. But this bitch wouldn't heal the baby. Like, was just in a whole nother place, even though the baby clearly wasn't in need. Oh, I gotta snooze that. I gotta go. This bitch was like holding the baby by the throat, and I remember to check on the baby, and so I got distracted, so I was checking on that other baby. So there's 2 babies here, okay? And then that baby suddenly turned, the baby that was having that weird cough was like super small, like little doll size, and it was hidden under this big blue blanket. As I grab the blanket turns into a tarp. This is gonna get dark, y'all. So I'm like, is somebody unalive a baby? Like, that's what Spirit was telling me. And so I get livid. I'm getting God bumps all through me right now. Just getting fucking mad. Because who the fuck harms a baby? Who the fuck harms a baby? Who the fuck harms a child? Who the fuck harms children or animals in the first place? Fucking liquid evil motherfuckers. That's who. Fucking liquid evil motherfuckers, okay? And so, yeah, the baby's eyes were closed. Poor baby, I said. It must have went on to another place, okay? So then I'm catapulted into another place, which is like this fancy high-end house or hotel, and there's like familiar smells coming, like permeating from the kitchen, and I'm like, oh shit. I just knew like this, probably shouldn't be here. So I don't know, as I walk forward, I don't know if I'm gonna be an observer, participant, or like third party, like seeing it from the focus of whoever this storyline is pertaining to. So yeah, it's my karmic mother, Margaret, was cooking some big old feast, and there was like this big old block of meat, and it looked like, I don't know, some roadkill, honestly, because it was smelling really rancid and dead, like old meat, but it was really red, like adrenochrome red, like they just put like baby's blood all over it. I'm sorry, this is what it is. This is the download, okay? And she had like this giant like sword, not even a kitchen knife. It was like a straight like sword, not a machete. Because I know what you're thinking. It's not a machete. I love machetes. I usually have that in my back pocket in all my dreams because I come prepared. Literally, I come prepared. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so even in the 3D, I come prepared. Okay, don't let the pretty face fool you. And yeah, like there was just this huge slab of some raw meat or raw cut of meat. I don't know the animal or the source. It felt very sacrificial. And she like tried to like show it to me to like intimidate me or get some sort of fear energy out of me, and it really just kind of pissed me off. Like, how fuck you first and foremost, and secondary, why are you in my dream? Third, why are you pointing that shit at me? Okay, so before I even got any of that, and trying to scare me, said something like, you finally made it. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, right, thank you, spirit. She's like, you finally made it, like we've been expecting you, type shit. As she's like chopping up the blood and like blood splattering, and she like had jammies on. She always had fucking jammies on. And she was bigger, like how she was when I was a little girl. She was like bigger set back then, like more full woman, and now she's like half of what she used to be, because she's like, you know, she's in her 70s. But spirit says she got an entity attachment on her, eating at her root chakra and consuming her crown chakra. So that's why she's a clone. She's not the same person she used to be. All of my family members are. They're not at all who they used to be. So that's why we do not correlate at all. We're on different frequencies. And smirked and tried to dip out the dream like you always do. I said, yeah, this dream's fucking low vibrational. Let me get the fuck out of here. Ear ringing confirmation. And this time spirit wouldn't let me just dip out. It said, I was like, y'all are into that weird occult shit, I'm out. And so like scanning the room, she started pointing this sword thing at me aggressively, and I see all my fucking family. DJ, my little brother, Ronnie, my big sister, Derval, my big brother, Carol, my auntie, Robert, her husband, Damien, my other brother, Lakeisha, his ex-wife, even that bitch that my brother had a baby with, like out of wedlock. He had this little daughter girl. I don't even remember their names. I don't remember, escapes me. But I seen her there as well. All just like kind of just kicking in the kitchen. You know how black people be? We keep congregating in the kitchen, like just powwowing and shit. And they're all like smirking, like this evil, smiley, smirky smirk at me. And like I'm the fucking TV show. I mean. I'm really not that interesting, but y'all motherfuckers think I am, so I guess I am. And they're like laughing and smirking ear to ear demonically. And I said, I seen all of you slow asses a long time ago. I spoke on this a long time ago. What are you showing me that I don't already know? And I said, also, I would have shared with y'all, but y'all are greedy motherfucking bitches. Greedy. And that's why you're getting your karma right now, okay? And then before I even finished that sentence, because you know I'm about to go in on these motherfuckers. Before I finished my sentence, I peeped my hand, and suddenly the sword is in my hand. Because I fucking win. I always win. Who do you think, whose show do you think this is? Whose universe are you living in? Dumbass. Okay, so there everybody's like looking at me, and they're looking at mom all confused. I call karmic mom all confused and scared, like the black, all the melanin just like left all their vessels, because they're looking back at me all ghostly, and I didn't even know I was holding this sword, and it was like straight warrior style. And then everybody's confused, and they're scanning the room again, and they're like, how are you doing this? How do you know? Who's telling you this? Blah blah blah. And I'm like ready to pounce if these cunts try to get motherfucking froggy. And just like that, I'm walking down into this restaurant. So I guess that's all I need to see. It's everybody I've been saying. This was triple confirmation. I know who the fuck you are. I've known for a long time. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt to, get your shit together. Because we all have the free will to change. And the universe gave you ample time, many, many signs, and y'all did it. And so the cycle's ended. Y'all are going to jail. You're getting your karma. And you're going to die. Most of you are already at death's door, okay? A lot of people, like the boomers of this narrative, they're already bedridden, not trying to release whatever they're still holding on to. So it is what it is. Divine timing is what Spirit said. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm like in this fancy bar or restaurant, like hoity-toity me, and I don't really go to fancy places. Like, I'm just very chill girl, honestly. I've never, like, I aspire to go to one of those, like, fancy places where you get, like, different meals, or what is it, what is it called? Now I'm going to sound slow, or undignified, but, like, how you get all these different meal options, and then, like, different tiny dishes of it, and you get, like, different entrees and stuff. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. I want to do that one day. I've never done that, so... yeah, I'm at this fancy restaurant or bar, and I can't recall, but I'm, like, peeping myself in the mirror, I guess, as I'm, like, walking past, and I'm in this beautiful blue razzle-dazzling dress, and I'm just walking by, and, like, this older lady, like, Spanish-looking lady, grabs me, and she's kind of looking like a gypsy. No offense. Gypsies are cool if you're on the light side of everything. And she cups both hands on my face, and she's, like, low-key trying to, like, smell me, like, breathe me in, like, oh, you're so pretty, blah, 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 blah. Like, just rubbing my cheeks like they used to do when I was a little girl. They used to always, like, grab my cheeks and be like, oh, Rosie, you're so cute. And it used to piss me off because I was, like, really chubby. But it used to piss me off because they would always pinch my cheeks so roughly, and I'd be like, please stop. One of my mom friends in particular, and I told her I didn't like her, I didn't get good vibes from her, but she would always let her do it because she's a fucking evil cunt. But anyway, so she was like trying to breathe me in, like some weird potion, like I'm the potion, I'm the elixir, and then she rested both hands on my hips right after that, and she was like clearly stealing my essence, and I felt that shit, and then she was trying to put a hex on my womb, but I'm still gonna make more babies, so suck a D, it's gonna happen in divine timing. And I just, like, got away from her. I was like, hey, yo, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Like, get the fuck off of me. Like, that's all you gotta do, honestly. Speak on it. Acknowledge it. Speak on it. Repent that shit and call your energy back in any fashion you need to, okay? What I do is probably not what you need to do, but I'm telling you what works. Okay? And then, now we're getting to the sexy part. There's, like, this skinnier broad that... like, was right behind her, or I didn't even get all the way into the goddamn bathroom. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was, like, at that before section, like, where they have mirrors and stuff, and, like, I'm going to the bathroom, and this lady just, like, tried to slide past her. It was, like, oh, so pretty, and she's, like, trying to touch my kitty cat, my no square. I was, like, hey, what the fuck? She's, like, oh, I like your dress, like, just kind of, like, get all up in between, and, damn it, I really gotta go. I don't want to make this two parts, so I will. After this, I gotta go, though. Luckily, I'm not going far. And she's just like, she said P word, pussy, but I'm like, kitty, I'll say kitty, because we're on YouTube. But, let me see, or whatever, trying to get under my dress, and then, like, I had, like, underwears on, clearly, and then she, like, tries to slide them this way, and slide them that way, and then, she just takes them clean off of me, and, she's like, I must taste. And I'm like, yo, you're so weird. And I'm like, is anybody else getting groped like this? Like, what's happening here? And that's happened in my dreams before, like, where people are a little too forceful or aggressive with it. And, I mean, it's not bad, but in my dreams, given what's happening in today's world, we know the spiritual warfare is still taking place. They're still going to try. And before I know it, her nose is on my junk. I'm like, clitty clit. And she's, like, rubbing and then, like, trying to, excite me and whatever. And I'm like, what's up with these wackadoodles? So I bust out of there. I'm, like, ripping myself awake and calling back my energy, doing my little rituals that I do, Most High and the Divine have guided me to do. And I'm like, I'm calling judgment on these motherfuckers. I call a judgment on these weirdos with the beardos. No offense if you have a beard, that's very sexy, but That's what I'm seeing. A whole bunch of fucking weird ass men pretending that they're masculine and they're fucking gay, and they have sex with their women to steal their energy to give it back to the brotherhood. That's what I've seen so many times and time after time again. So all these agreements in the dream state are null and void. Fuck you. Y'all are simpletons. They're null and void in all timelines and all planes of existence. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Y'all gotta try to grate me in my fucking dreams because I don't talk to anybody and I'm celibate and I'm just cool as a cucumber doing my own thing. Like, ew. Again, ew. Okay, so it's time to meet your makers. What Spirit says, y'all are dumbasses, y'all are simpletons, and you're slow. Okay, so Spirit said we will see you in court and you guys will have the ultimate deaths. Okay, somebody's teeth are gonna fall out from drugs and karma. Spirit said be careful what you wish for, and I just want to end this with, I loved all my family members. I have this effortless light essence of love that just surpasses all time, and people get addicted to it and they just go into a fucking frenzy when I cut it off, and that's weird. Light beings, collective, you have that same light energy, and that's why people are going to a fucking frenzy, because you cut them off. Okay, so be careful what you wish for, karmics. I just want to say, sending you everything you deserve, and I know you're getting everything you deserve. That's why you ear hustling and you always talking rah 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 on my name like I don't hear you, like I don't get the downloads, like I don't see the shit. I do. It's just I'm at peace because I have inner peace and I'm a healed version of myself. So if you take anything from these crazy random downloads of the dream, know that they are threatened up the wawa about you, my baby. You come with that heat, and they wanted the smoke, so they got it. And your ancestors, the demons, the entities that they dredged up are giving it to them, and they can't handle the shit. It's happening tenfold, dying in threes, in divine timing, however the Most High God deems it appropriate, okay? And I'm going to end this with, every new beginning is some other beginning's end, okay? So I hope you like this download. I hope you like the randomness and the sexy parts and the weirdness that is your girl's flowers universe, all right? I'll be back with another one here briefly. I just got to go do something, and I shall be right back. But let me pull these cards. Spirit's guiding me to use these cards because what? I heard somebody say what? Yeah, this is real out here. Like, this spiritual life is not for the fucking weak. And if you weren't born into this shit, who the fuck do you think you are? You can't just skip parts of your healing. You will get literally what is that? Like psychotic break, because you're not letting your vessels heal in divine timing. You're projecting those crown kundalini risings from the root straight to the crown. No wonder you guys are going fucking crazy, and you're doing drugs, and you're overindulging in alcohol and shit. So yeah, let's get some final messages on this energy. Holy Spirit. Oh fuck, I gotta go. Let me get 3 cards for the collective, because this my baby is just the beginning, because every new beginning is some other beginning's end. Yeah, tarot reader. They're threatened because we read their energy, because they're always in your energy, and they try to like change the narrative, but we're here. These are your enemies. We're talking about enemies here. And you could be the black sheep of the family. You could be the misunderstood diamond in the rough. What Spirit is saying. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for the messages. What did I say? It's judgment day for your enemies. They are having ego deaths, current energy right now. They're threatened because you know the truth, and you've known for a long time. But who are you to say anything other than calling out judgment and let the universe do the rest? Because it's not our job. Yet, rebirth. You just had another rebirth. That's why you're still wicked, tapped in, and you will regret messing with the chosen ones. So I'm going to end it here. This is Flower Tarot. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Love you. Bye.